But first, there's nothing that builds anticipation for a movie sequel quite like having to wait 36 years for it. That's one reason why a lot of fans cannot wait to see Top Gun Maverick, which opens this weekend. The original Top Gun told the story of a bunch of high-flying, high-testosterone naval aviators with nicknames like Maverick, Goose, Viper, and Hollywood. Hollywood was played by actor Whip Hubley, who now lives in Maine. It wasn't a major role. Hubley has had bigger ones in other films, but he spent weeks on the movie before and during filming. We sat down to get Whip Hubley's memories of what it all was like back when no one had any idea that the picture would become a pop culture phenomenon.
I remember the first script that I got being called Top Guns. And it was much more of an ensemble piece about Navy pilots and their lives on and off the base. And then as we watched it unfold in front of our eyes, it really became the Tom Cruise vehicle that it ended up being.
When you got the call that said, you have the job, you're going to play Hollywood, what was your reaction?
Oh, it was ecstatic.
Whip Hubley is not one to live in the past, and he has little interest in hanging on to memorabilia from his movies.
All right, when you look at this handsome fellow,
I am.
What comes to mind?
I'm old.
All he has from the weeks he spent preparing for and shooting the movie are a few publicity photos. That's Hubley as Hollywood, right up front with the blue helmet.
Well, that was one of our walk and talk scenes that you do, and I think it was probably pretty inappropriate for me to be eating an orange on the tarmac because you're not allowed to drop things because they get sucked up.
Hey, Maverick! Yeah? You hear about ice? What's that? You want another one? Really? Yeah. I feel the need for speed.
Once a movie starts shooting, I assume there's kind of a vibe, and you can sort of tell if things are going well, and maybe you're involved in something special, or if it's maybe not quite clicking. Did you have a sense during the shooting of Top Gun of whether that might be something that really was going to go places?
Absolutely. That was pretty unequivocal. I mean, it wasn't like high theater by any means, but it was really fun, and you knew that it was going to be exciting for people to see.
I'm going to send you up against the best. Yes, sir.
Going into the movie, Tom Cruise was certainly an actor on the rise, but not the superstar Top Gun would turn him into.
What was it like to work with him?
Very polite, very, really looked you in the eye and always said, "Thank you, sir," and stuff like that. He was very focused. And so, the rest of us bozos were kind of hanging around.
Now, if we may, a slight diversion. To tell this story the way it should be told, there was only one man for the job, who, luckily for us, just happened to be 207 videographer Kirk Craddy. Kirk, how many times have you seen Top Gun?
At least 9,000, 10,000. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but...
And you're not exaggerating? You're not joking?
I'm not exaggerating at all.
And what was the weekend ritual that you had for a long time?
I would get up in the morning on Saturday mornings and make home fries and pancakes and everything else while watching Top Gun. I actually wired cable all the way to my kitchen so that I could watch it. This is before iPhone.
Do you think these thousands of viewings have left any permanent damage?
Just a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit.
Goose, there's Viper. 3 o'clock low. Stay with Hollywood, Mav. We're his cover. Don't you leave me, Maverick. Hollywood, you're looking good. I'm going after Viper.
When Top Gun was released, Whip Hubley saw it at a screening packed with high-ranking Navy brass. Afterwards, producer Don Simpson addressed the audience.
He got up and made this speech that was so out of character, and it was all about the military and the patriotism of the film, and it was just so, inflated. And I remember going up to him at the little party afterwards and saying, he was chewing on a big cigar, and I said, "Don, what was that?" And he said, "You like that, huh?" Yeah.
Film in this school is about combat.
there are no points for second place.
Moviegoers sure liked it. Top Gun was by far, the highest grossing movie of 1986.
The first time you saw the movie, what did you think of it?
I was pretty pumped.
Gutsiest movie I ever saw.
It's been 36 years since you made the movie. The movie is still hugely popular. To what degree is it still in your life, in that people come up to you, they recognize you, they want to have something to do with you because you played Hollywood in Top Gun?
It's really surprising. And it's not something I go blabbing around about, because it does feel silly to be talking about what you were doing 36 years ago to a certain degree, but that's a little bit of the nature of the business.
Here's a fan letter that someone recently sent to Hubley, a letter notable for its nice penmanship, good writing, and genuine affection.
Are you going to go see the new film the weekend it comes out? Or will you wait a while?
Yeah, we probably won't make a big deal out of going to see it the night it comes out, I have to admit.
What's sort of the sense of anticipation you have as you look ahead to seeing the new movie?
I think it will probably be exhilarating.
Get out of there, Hollywood! Break left! I'm hit! We're coming apart! I can't control it! 090 from 20, we're going down! What's been hit? Voodoo one, what's been hit? We've lost Hollywood.
As we mentioned, Hubley kept almost no Top Gun memorabilia, and he's fine with that.
Hollywood Wolfman, and launch the rescue helicopter immediately.
But there is one regret about something he didn't hang on to.
The flight suit, I don't think ever came my way, but what I did lose was the crew jacket that they made up for us that had my call sign and, all the American flags and the Top Gun stuff and everything. And I don't know where that went. But, I just...
I hope you just didn't leave it in a restaurant some night.
I'm sure I did. I think that's exactly where it is. Somebody found it and thought, wow, dude, look at that.
Whip Hubley and his wife have lived in Maine for several years. He now works in construction and has acted in several productions with Maine theater companies, including Portland Stage, Mad Horse Theater, and the Camden Shakespeare Festival. He did reach out to the producer of Top Gun Maverick about returning to the role, but was told that only Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer were being brought back from the original film. That, by the way, is Whip just to the right of Tom Cruise. And one other note, 207 videographer Kirk Craddy has tickets to see Top Gun Maverick on opening night.